Tamu tu.
Welcome back to Matamu Vibes and Inshallah. And we are back with a very, very, very special guest. Karibu Sana Jazz.
Thank you so much, James.
And for those of you who don't know, this month of May, Jazz is the guest chef.
Drum roll.
She's the guest chef at Nairobi Java House. Is it Nairobi now? It's just Java House.
I think it's Java.
Just Java House.
Just in Nairobi.
And we knew it when it was Nairobi Java House.
I know.
And I've jumped the gun. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my gosh, I feel so nervous. This is my first podcast episode ever. Yes, thank you very much. My name is Jasmine. Everyone calls me Jazz. I'm not going to say what my nicknames are, but everyone calls me Jazz. Yeah, I'm just like, there's stories behind every nickname. So anyway, I ran a platform called Cooking with Jazz, which is just like my online handles everywhere. And yes, I am the guest chef at all Javas countrywide. You gotta say right, okay?
Yeah, okay, sorry. We are sorry.
I have a special menu this month of May. We still have like a good 2 weeks for you guys to go out and enjoy it. And yeah, it's been a pretty exciting opportunity. I love cooking. I'm a chef by profession, even though I have not worked in a commercial kitchen for like 15 years.
That's a very long time.
Imagine. I finished school in 2010 and not high school.
Now you see you're dating yourself. At least it didn't come from me. You're the one who has dated yourself.
So in short, I don't know. Wow, it's been a while. But yes, I'm so glad to be here because I've listened to his podcast and James is such a good friend. So he's told me it's all about vibes here.
We are all vibes and Inshallah in this season of Matamu Vibes and Inshallah.
Yeah.
And aside from the guest chefery at Java House, you also have cookbooks,
I write cookbooks, yes. I almost forgot that. I should have led with that. I got 5, you guys, 5.
A whole 5 cookbooks.
A whole 5 books.
It's how do you even let's start from there. How do you even start like, okay, I want to write a cookbook? Where did your first one come from? Tell me about it.
2017, my first cookbook. I remember just waking up randomly and I was like, I want to write a book. I don't see enough Kenyan cookbooks with like the international standard level stocked here. And I don't know, I kind of got upset about that. And I just remember I was just like, I generally note down everything on my phone.
Yes.
On the notes.
Yes.
I'm not those. Actually, if you ever buy me like a notepad or something, I'll be thankful. But when I use it, I will regift it. I write everything on my phone. So please, no one ever steal my phone because my ideas, everything is on that phone.
Okay.
So like I wrote down, I was like, let me just, I don't know. In that season, I loved breakfast. So I still love breakfast, but I loved it then. So I was just like, let me see how many recipes I can come up with just from the top of my head. I'm just like 1, 2, 3. And then before you know it, I'd written like a good 40.
Wow.
Though the actual book, when I finally decided to start on it, was 70 breakfast recipes. So I was like, okay, we have something here. And then I feel like, because I'm a Jesus girl.
Oh, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 70.
70. And now, seeing that I'm a Jesus girl, like I remember I felt this conviction for like, I would say the Holy Spirit telling me, also, what is that thing we love reading in the morning? A devotional. And it was like, let's add a devotional in here. And so it was Breakfast with the King. And that was my first cookbook. Wow. And I feel like the process after that, I learned so much. From YouTube, Google, nilijifundisha tu vitu because there was no one there to like hold my hand and like show me what to do. So I made a lot of mistakes. I had issues with printers. I printed my first books in Dubai. Then I remember when the launch came, I was just like, oh my gosh, even if 50 people show up, it's okay. Even if it's 10.
Even if it's 10, it's fine.
God, I did this book. It's here. I'm happy. Was it? Anyway, but yeah. And then 250 people showed up.
Wow.
And they showed up like all the way, like in my shags. You mean here, Kanyarire. Yeah. Shout out to you if you know where Kanyarire is.
Kanyarire Farm.
Kanyarire Farm. You gotta say it with a twang.
Yeah, you have to.
No one knows where it is.
So let's backpedal. Let's backpedal quite a bit. You're a child of the 90s. I'm not going to say 80s because we're all child of the 90s.
I really wanted to be a child of the 80s though.
But you're a bit too late, clearly.
Like literally, just like
a little bit.
months. Anyway.
So as a child of the 90s, where everybody was saying when they asked, what do you want to be? And the answer was, I want to be a doctor, lawyer, accountant, teacher.
Yes.
How did you end up
like in food,
in food, right?
Yeah, because I wanted to be a vet.
Interesting.
Because I loved animals. I still do, but I loved rescuing a lot of animals then. To be honest, I think it's because I started cooking, I think, when I was around 10. And then when my mom saw how much interest I had in like food,
yes,
I think when I was around like 12, it was that era for cyber cafes. Yeah. So like I would go to cyber cafes, download recipes, then we go to the supermarket, and we buy stuff. And mom would be like, "Oh, what are you cooking for us now?"
Nice.
And then I think the more interested I became, she kind of ran with it. I think she was enjoying. Now that I am a full-grown adult, I see what she did there.
She didn't want to cook.
Okay, yes, there was a support, but I see now she did not want to cook.
She didn't want to cook.
Please tell me why this woman would bring, like we'd go to restaurants or something and we enjoy food, and she would get the chef's number and then like bring these chefs to our house the next week to show me how to cook.
Wow.
So I was out here learning how to cook Chinese food and stuff.
Nice.
But she really played that well, eh?
Oh, she did.
Oh my God.
Oh, she did. But hey, it worked to your advantage.
I mean, it did. I was enjoying it. I was really enjoying it. And I'd find myself even like Christmas and holidays, like where now it's the aunties, the moms.
Yes.
It would be me. And the aunties and everyone will be cutting vegetables for me. I was like the commander of the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
you are head chef and they were sous chefing for you.
Yes.
That's
and
beautiful.
so within no time, seeing that my sisters both lived in Spain, and I was like, oh, what do I do for school? And everyone like naturally was just like, why don't you just do food?
Yeah.
Go join your sisters and do food.
Okay.
So that's how we got into it.
That's pretty cool that it was then a family thing. It wasn't just you.
I woke up and rebelled.
Because I feel like that's the story with a lot of people. On this side of the continent anyway.
Yes, true.
That I loved food and everybody else wanted me to become
true.
So they rebel and then...
I mean, I could not have been a vet either way because I dropped all my science in high school. Like legit. It was not even allowed. I did. I found a way.
You found a way.
I was...
No, that was your rebellion.
I was so idle in school. Like that last year. But anyway, yes. So I guess it was the only plan.
I hear you. And back then, I guess there was quite a bit of experimentation. What was the one thing that you once experimented on and it backfired and you laughed and you learned from it?
Oh, like food-wise?
Yes.
Oh man, can I remember?
Can you? Tom. Maybe as you remember, let me give you one.
What have you experimented on?
The primary school I went to was slightly multicultural because we were hosting missionaries' kids, right?
Yes.
So we had missionaries from all over the world, and the children would come, and at least maybe half the year you'd have a bunch of kids from different cultures. And there was one kid who had very interesting lunches. Yes, school gave us lunch, but this kid always had his own. And there was a thing that he carried for lunch one day, and it was so good. It was like an onion oatmeal patty. Yeah. I don't know. Even me, I don't know. But
the mere fact that you remember it now.
Yeah, because the thing is that it was so good, right? I think it was Mexican or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So me, in my experimentalness, I go home and there's oatmeal. I don't know why there was even oatmeal. And then there's onions and there's an egg. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and make this thing that I ate, and it was so good.
Yes.
So I'm there, I've mixed up my oatmeal, I've mixed up with my eggs and my onions and I've fried it, and everybody's like, what is happening here?
Oh my god! Because I already have an image of how that is turning out. Because I think it also depends on the cut of the oats, also.
Yes.
Probably. Right?
Probably. Now,
yes. Most likely, yes.
Me, I didn't know at the time. I didn't know. So I'm there. I've mixed it up. I've made my parties.
If he's listening to this, send us a recipe,
please.
Like, I'm curious too.
I think I just put salt and a sprinkle of like garlic powder or something.
Yes.
And then made my patties, fried them up, shallow fry, nice.
Yes.
They looked beautiful, right?
Yeah.
They looked amazing, because the oats browned up, caramelized on the edges, looked really nice. Until I took a bite, and the flavor stays with me until this day. Vile is not a word. Vile is not a word.
Oh
my God, it tasted horrible.
Wow.
So if anybody knows what dish I'm talking about and you have an idea of why I failed, please just send us a recipe.
There's like a key ingredient that was missed there.
There's something that was missing,
You know?
Yeah, so maybe now that you have an idea.
I feel like mine is not as dramatic. I think I have a confession. I don't know if this is a safe space.
It is. This is a safe space. We listen, we don't judge.
Really? He tells me that every time his eyes are already judgy.
We're not judging.
And he's always like, and he'll start humming. Anyway, so if this is a safe space, I'll say, as much as I know how to cook so many things and bake so many things, I'm really terrible at the one thing that makes me. I'm really bad at chapos.
Wow.
And I've made, I'll be honest, maybe I'm still not bad at it. Maybe that is the next thing I need to do on my
It's your next
skills,
frontier.
right? Because please tell me why. The last time I made chapos was over 14 years ago. Wait, we don't judge. Okay, wait. Okay. I have always had chapo makers in my vicinity. Okay?
Yes.
Chapos have been eaten.
Yes.
But they have not been made by me.
By you.
Okay?
Yes.
So I blame my mom. I feel like mom is going to come up a lot in this. So
mom, we love you. Mom, we love you.
I love you so much, mom. But my mom used to make the best chapatis ever. But that was once a year.
Christmas.
No, when she's in a mood. Yeah, because my mom was just not that big on being in the kitchen. I mean, she would cook. But like, she's the type of person to hire someone and like get them trained to cook.
Okay.
Mama is bougie. Okay, I think I got that from her. But
I love the energy.
Okay. And so I also don't even have one of those stories like this Italian chefs always have. Like, I watched my mama in the kitchen. Like, no, no, sis was not in that kitchen. Anyway, I love you, mom, for real.
Mom, we love you. Mom,
she's so vibrant online. She's probably gonna listen to this. Anyway, so I made this chapos 14 years ago, trying to remember the few times that mom made chapos. And I called her on the phone.
Yeah.
She's explained this to me. Please tell me why my chapos ended up like puff pastry. They were so flaky. And like, they had layers, okay? We had layers. There we go. But nah, that was not chapo. That was proper puff pastry. I still ate it. I was alone. At that time, I was single, living by myself.
It's right.
But after then, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Maybe now I should try it again. But that is my confession.
Maybe you should try it. The thing with chapos, they are, I've said this before on the podcast, chapatis are a love language in this country of ours. Like, you need to have known how to, and people equate chapati with a mother's love. You need to. I'll leave a link to the episode we did. We did a very philosophical take on chapati with said in season 1. I think that was. I'll leave a link in the description so you can listen.
Chapos from anyone though?
I am a chapo lover, so I don't discriminate. Like, I eat. I've had terrible chapatis. I've had really, really, really good chapatis. I've tried to make my own chapatis, and I have accepted that it is something I will leave to somebody else to do, and mine will be just to appreciate.
It's not easy,
It's not.
And that's why I get so affected by that audio for Ati. How do you pick a chapati? You know that?
Yeah, I know it.
Like anytime I spend my time, I'm just like scroll.
I don't have time for this.
These days, nitaweka hapo zikiwa unajua ziko kwa foil.
Yes.
And I shall use the audio. Nitafuta.
One day.
Soon. Honestly, I'm gonna challenge myself to that. I'm gonna now work on my chapati game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just be accomplished in other ways.
You can't know how to make chapatis. Surely.
Right?
Surely.
Anyway. Yeah.
So your cookbooks then it became a thing, right? Like you went from breakfast to the king, and you went into other avenues. Just give us an highlight of your other
my other
your other cookbooks.
Oh yeah, okay. So cookbook wise, it's Breakfast with the King. Second book was Joyful, which I did in 2019, 2 years after, which is my favorite book, to be honest.
Yes.
Joyful to me, okay, so I went through this season of depression once I released Breakfast with the King. I don't know, it was just one of those rough years. I think once in a while we all experience a season like that. It's like a wilderness season. So I literally was depressed for 6 months. It was hard. And that time I'd quit my job. And then I had so many closed doors in that season. I remember there were 12 big opportunities, and none of them worked out. And at some point I was just like, okay, this cooking thing, this, and then just, life. But so by the time I'm writing Joyful, even the name itself, Joyful, was just a kind of a declaration of like just finding my joy in spite of whatever the journey that I'd been on. And I remember when I was going through depression, I was like, no, what was all that for? Like, for real, God, like what was that for?
What was it?
And now seeing that the first one had a devotional, guess why I decided to pen down this experience in Joyful. So if anyone has my book Joyful, they know it has a devotional also for 10 days that I shared, or a 5-day devotional about my journey, getting out of depression, finding joy, choosing joy, finding yourself again, feeling like the cloud has not shifted over your life. So, and when I penned that down, and like the testimonies and like the stories people have shared over the years, because I've had people who like randomly walk into someone's house and they find the book. They don't know me, they don't follow me, but they'll find me because my social media handles are there on the book, and they'll send me, they're just like, I am going through this exact season, and how, please tell me how I was holding a cookbook and I'm finding the words that I needed to hear. So I feel like that Joyful just did some, and it's the book I sold the most. I've literally sold thousands of Joyful copies, and we've reprinted countless times. So that's my favorite. Book number 3, COVID time, 2020. Shout out to us who survived.
Yes.
What a different time it was. Anyway,
yeah, it was you.
Baby winning book, which is just winning recipes. And I literally penned down a book that I thought any mother should have, because winning was so stressful. It was so like, mothers have advice.
Yeah, everybody has like that insight.
Saying, "Usimpe popo," and my mother is like, "Give him popo." Come on.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of information, and I was just like, I just wish there was a sort of guide or manual, and hence Winning with Jazz. And I did that book by myself in the house. Like I shot the pictures, everything, because we were social distancing.
Yeah, it was
also been a hit. It's literally the book that if I go to church, if I go to a random, I don't know, anywhere with mothers and babies, he's always like, I weaned my kid with your book. This is him, like that's always a book.
This is the product.
It's like, my sister as well, this is her child. It's like, sometimes I'm like, okay, thank you.
Aggressive much.
I know. It's so cute when especially how they run to grab their kids to show.
Oh yes, this is the product.
This is the product. And then now book 4, I did in collaboration with World Animal Protection, which was a veggie cookbook.
Yes.
Because we're trying to get people to sign a petition, and it did really well in terms of Kenya getting the most signatures, blah, blah, blah. Good book, great book. And then now book 5, which is my current one, Full Plate. 30 recipes, very like Kenyan, very easy weeknight, also very simple. I love it as well. I just don't know if I love it as much as Joyful, but I do love it. I do love it.
It's that thing of, can you be able to pick a favorite among your children? Like
it's so hard.
It's
though,
so
'cause
difficult.
They're all so different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And you love them all equally, but
But I mean, Joyful.
there's always a favorite. There's always a favorite. There's always a
We don't
favorite.
say it anyway. But yeah, those are the books, and I mean, I hope more are coming in the future.
Now, if I may just take us back to the winning book, what is the weirdest winning advice you ever got?
Let me see. Oh my gosh. I wish you prepared me beforehand. For
No,
this
there's no
question.
preparations. It's vibes.
Weirdest. I mean,
Uh,
I don't think I've even gotten like weird advice when it comes to winning my baby. It's just mixed advice. Like now, for example, even though I mentioned that popo, like my mother was insisting on popo so much. Like, yeah, the funny thing is my son hated popos. Uriah did not eat popos for like 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And she'd just be like, no. Everyone starts with popo, And I'm just there like, no, mom. There are like other ways. If anything, I even wanted to start him first with veggies, because when you're searching online, they're like introduce things that are not sweet fats, so that you can introduce a banana and avocado and whatever, but introduce things like broccoli puree, so that they kind of get a very wide, to widen their palate. They don't just get used to sweet things.
Yeah.
So I mean, that popo he was given by force. He did not like it. He would gag. He hated that popo. But I mean, so mom has come up a lot in Yes.
Again, mom, we love you.
We really do.
We really do. So let's bring it up to now. Cooking with Jazz on all platforms. How has the experience working with various corporates, creating new recipes, even with the recipes that you have up with the Java House? And guys, please go and eat this food. It's so good.
Please do.
So how has been that experience for you as a chef who has never been in a commercial kitchen for the past like 14-15 years? How has that process been with you?
It's been interesting. It's been exciting because sometimes I think when I land a new brand deal, I don't know, sometimes I pinch myself. I'm like, y'all really paying me for this? For real? Anyway, so it's fun. It's like, it's a fun job, right? And to be honest, I've been very fortunate in the past, I would say 3 years, because 3 to 4. I mean, I've been there for a while, but like my actual working with brands and stuff has been like the last 3 years. I literally was trying to update my rate card the other day, and I'm trying to put all these little icons on your media kit. I was like, sis, 40 plus brands.
Damn.
I was like, damn,
Right.
For real. Like and it hasn't just been local. Like it's been, I'll always randomly get an email from like an international company or something. And sometimes I'm like, is this spam mail? Is this,
are you sure?
Are you sure? And so it's been exciting, and it's been, I am so thankful to God. Let me just say that. And then even with Java calling me to do this thing, I was like, okay, have you done this before? No, we're going to try it out with you. And I'm just like, sometimes I feel like one thing I have come to terms with in my life is I've been given a pioneering grace. Baga, she about church.
Take us to church.
So I feel like I'm a risk taker, and there are things that I'm always like trying that hasn't been done before. And it's always like I have gotten that sentence so many times, like, we haven't done this before, but want to try it with you. And I thank God for that, because even by seeing the response with how people have been coming out and buying this menu, I remember even someone from Java reached out to me. They're like, you are owning this campaign. I was like, what?
Yes.
Put that down on paper. So I really just thank God for that, because I really feel like it's a lot of favor, but it's also a lot of work, because especially like if you catch me in a season when I'm like writing a book, it's intense. Like we do so many shoots. You have to hire a stylist, you have to hire a food photographer, you use a lot of money, and so none of this has come at a cheap price. I feel like effort has been put in, favor is there. And then at the end of the day, you just stay ready, because you just never know what opportunity will come calling, and then you also just don't know who's watching.
Yeah.
Like that really jazzes me. The power of social media.
Yes.
You really don't know who's watching.
It could be literally anybody, anywhere.
Anybody.
You know. And it'll come.
Just amen to that. I receive it. I just receive it. But yeah, I really thank God.
Okay. So of the many recipes that you have pioneered, which one is the one favorite? This one I have to ask because
hard.
Which one is that one favorite? That one go to. Let's say that one go to. Which is the one?
Okay. Oh man, I love a lot of my recipes. So I have this jack wings that I make. I need to make them for you.
I hope you guys are listening. I'm going to be cooked for
we
food.
have a cooking episode with the sizzling sounds in the background.
Let's do it.
I make some bomb jack wings or jack chicken in general. And I feel like it's like one of those recipes that I come to. It's from Joyful. It's one of those recipes I come back to even like after a few years, and you're like, damn, this is good. You know those memes you see where you're cooking your food, you're like, yes, no, that's the one.
Me, I'm one who I will literally pat myself on the back. Like I'll just be like, yeah, sir, you did a good job.
So I feel like anyone I give that to is just like, what did you do? You know? So, yeah, that one. Yeah, we need that on a menu. So.
Oh yes, for sure. I'm also really curious, like, how did having kids change your outlook on food?
That's a nice question, sir. Gosh, I mean, it changed everything about my life, but it also changed. Okay, so I've always been a person of like, I think I learned this from mom. Remember how we were talking about, you don't have to suffer. Please, hire someone to help you.
Yes.
You know? So I feel like I've always been a person of like convenience for like, okay, how can I do something in a shorter time, even just when it comes to cooking and stuff. So now once I became a mom and you also understand how important your time is and you also have like, how are two human beings depending on me to survive?
What?
So like, what? Who let us do this? You know? Like, no, it hits me like every day. Especially when like someone calls me like Mama Zuri. I'm like, who?
Who's that?
Mama,
Is that me?
Yes, me. For real. 6 years in and it still gets me. And so I've learned as a mom like how you have to make sure your kids' meals are nutritious, healthy, nutritious, but still tasty, because these kids, like they don't lie. They're like, it's yucky. Like kids do not hide things, So I have learned so many hacks over the course of my motherhood journey, just because of being their mom. And thankfully, I have two of the world's greatest foodies.
Yes.
Because please tell me why, even before I left the house, these kids had 3 breakfasts.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Mind you, this was 7 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. I have foodie babies, and we bless the Lord. And my mom always makes that comment. She's just like, "Watoto wa chef, lazima wakule," And so they really enjoy my cooking, and I've also been able to train my nanny to cook as good. And so I feel like sisi hatukulangi mashakura. I feel like my kids just know the standard, and then we cook together.
Okay.
So that's such a fun activity to do. And maybe, this is a speech right here. Maybe then I can do what my mother did to me.
Yes.
When they reach that age, and also encourage them. Do you see what I said?
Children.
Did you see what I did?
Children, please go your own pathways. Please go your own pathways.
Just encourage the gift,
Encourage
the gift. And it shall go on.
Y'all are so terrible. No, you're
But you see how this parenting thing works.
No, I see it.
Yeah, it's just...
But then you say hamkulangi mashakura. What is the one mashakura-ish dish that you used to land on during the COVID times? Because I know mashakura was a COVID thing.
Hey, matoke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like matoke but also like it's mashakura that I also had to kind of justify.
Yes, of course. You make it fancy.
You make it fancy. And also githeri, by the way.
Yes.
Because I remember during that season, you get a lot of like boiled maize. So like here we were, making some coconut githeri curry and stuff.
Eish.
So I mean, I feel like you can make anything taste good.
Yes.
I mean, not those oats. Oats, eggs combo. I mean,
but I'm sure there's something that I missed that would make it taste good.
I want to find that recipe. I will find it for you.
We look forward. When you find the recipe that we're going to put it in the show notes.
What was that kid's name?
I don't even remember.
We remember his lunch.
Just remember the food, not his name.
But yes, I mean, you can make anything taste good. I feel like the key ingredient always is just make everything with love and enjoy it. Yeah, have some music up in that kitchen.
Yeah,
dance a little bit.
Shake that booty. When you're shaking it, all the ideas will come.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun when you're cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sour. And that was my last question on this episode of the Matamu Vibes. And inshallah,
for having me.
This is the point where you can actually now just speak about the things you do.
Oh,
because we do that. You can send salams. You can, whatever you want to do. This is your time.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you can find me anywhere. Look at me doing the radio voice. Okay, Cooking with Jazz on all platforms. But don't look for me on Twitter, guys.
Please,
you'll be disappointed.
Please.
Like I'm there, but I'm not. So all the others, Facebook, Instagram. That's the main one. Don't also look for me on YouTube because I was there a while ago. Hizo episodes ziko kwa YouTube nakaa nimefura. I was not comfortable in front of the camera. So look for me on Facebook and Instagram, please.
Facebook and Instagram. Cooking with Jazz.
Cooking with Jazz with one Z, guys.
With one Z.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, please go to a Java house near you.
Before May is over.
Before the end of the month of May, there is a
tag me when
special
you eat
menu.
There.
Yes,
Tag me.
On that menu, my favorite is the burger. Please go and try it for yourself, you guys.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It has actually gotten the most reviews.
Oh yes,
that and the wings. Yes.
But the pancakes. The
pancakes are good. If you're like in a sweet tooth,
Lord,
really good.
Please,
so,
please guys, this is me.
We were doing like a meet and greet somewhere, but anyway. Yeah.
Please go try everything on that special menu at your closest Java house, wherever you are in Kenya. For all of those who are not in Kenya, please come to Kenya and try.
I love that. Please come to Kenya.
Please come to Kenya and try.
Magical Kenya.
Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. It
was fun.
And Matamu Vibes and inshallah we'll be back. I don't know when, but we'll be back.